It's Canada Day, and I couldn't think of any better way to celebrate than to defend Canada in the War of 1812. And we'll do that here today on Legendary Tactics. This is 1812, the invasion of Canada by Academy Games, and I'm going to fire up a game. We've done a playthrough of this before, but I was taking things from the American side. And so if you recall, this is a really interesting game that basically recreates the War of 1812. And that's actually kind of, in its own way, it's kind of accurate in the sense that it replicates the, the kind of back and forth nature and the fact that these units were typically, just going back and forth, not really making much headway, but they'd cross the border, take a bit of territory, and then they'd be forced back. And really, at the end of the game, I think you'll find that the borders are more or less the same. So I'm just trying to take a look here. I want to make sure that I'm allocating my units in a good way. Now, if you'll notice here on the board, so I'm obviously in Canada here. The red and the yellow militia and the native tribes are green. That the spawn point, for lack of a better term, for the British regulars is in Montreal. So there really isn't an easy way to necessarily get them across from across the board. You've got spawn points again on this side. You can do militia on either ends of the board. So my thinking is that I want to make sure that I've got the regulars on this side of the map, because they can always spawn on that side of the map, but I'm not sure if they're able to do that. They're not really able to get across that way. So in fact, that's one of my strategies typically with the Americans, is to clear out all the redcoats on the the west part of the map, and then that way they're very hard to replenish, and the British side is forced to fight with militia and the somewhat unpredictable natives. So I'm going to let's see here. Do we have anybody in Fort George? We don't. Okay, so I'm going to just put in one guy in Fort George here. All right, so I just feel like there's a bit of a risk there. So we've placed all of our units now. So we're going to end that phase, and the Canadian militia now will get to place their units, and I'm going to shore up Fort Erie. I've got 2 additional units available. Now these militia can spawn kind of anywhere, so I'm not too stressed about that. It's more about protecting my my regulars. Well, I will go into Amherstburg. The thing is, it's far away from any spawn point, so it's going to be tough to to get the guys there anyway. And I've got 4 natives to place. I think I'm just going to sprinkle them again as far as possible from their spawn point, just to kind of reinforce the forces that are already there. Because obviously, if there was a spawn point that was interesting. If there's spawn points for the regulars and for the natives on the opposite ends of the board, it wouldn't be as big a concern. But it just takes so long to get them anywhere that I'm just going to have to be very careful here. So, all right. So they are really going to move. They're going to use a forced march. And they are going to start walking. And that's kind of what I was afraid of. The only advantage that I guess the Canadians have in this, the British have, is that their supply lines are much shorter. It does not take the same effort to get units back into the fray, because they've only got a couple spaces to march. The Americans have a lot further to come. So let's see here. Oh, that's not too bad. That is all right. We did okay on that one. Took out some militia. And do I want to retreat the one guy? Yeah, I think we will. Just getting ready for a counterattack coming up. And, oh, we got one of them. I can't remember which has a greater odds of hitting. I know the militia runs away a lot. But we'll see what happens here. And they do. They run. Yeah, so that's obviously something you have to factor in. Now they do, when they run away, they do come back eventually when on the reserves there, but let's see what we can do to get some hits. Oh, geez. Okay. Now, this is kind of an interesting quandary because if I retreat my two militia, then it does leave that one British regular exposed, probably to certain death, but maybe certain death either way. Yeah, I think I'll just retreat them. Sorry, buddy. I'll retreat them next door there. And yeah, it's going to be potentially bad, but I'm just... Oh, one of the militia ran away. I just figured that would be the case, that it was a losing battle anyway. Fort George was not, or sorry, that's Fort Erie. Sorry, Fort Erie was not very well reinforced. All right, so let's see. We got War Cry. So that is basically a gathering card, which kind of brings everyone together. Oh, we got one enlistment available here. So let's see. I can move. What is that? One group 2 or 3 groups 2. Do I have that many that I need to move? Yeah, probably at this point that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just wondering about a good sized native force here. Maybe we'll just reinforce Lekal there. And we're going to play this one because mobility is going to be fairly key here, I think, anyway. And we'll make sure to move the... let's see if we can take out those... We're going to have a heck of a force here. We're going to send... just to cause a bit of disruption, and we're going to bring along a militia just for a buffer. Yeah, I don't think we need to use the war cry at this stage. So we got a heck of a battle here. So I'm hopefully going to be able to take them out quickly and easily. That's good. Because of the retreat and because I had so many guys available, I do not mind retreating them to back to Six Nations. So if anyone out there was worried I'd abandoned my home territory there, I don't think you actually had anything to worry about. And now the regulars. Yeah, so... All right. And we'll press the attack here and see what we get. Don't need much. There we go. That's perfect. And we can retreat one back to Six Nations again. And that is everything. Canadian militia now. Okay. Now that we've seized... we've seized back... what have we got here? What card? Laura Secord. Add 2 Canadian militia to 1 British homeland objective area, which may be enemy occupied. Oh, that's fine. Let's use Laura Secord. Laura Secord, of course, famously ran to warn the British of pending invasion. And All right, so we're gonna enlist right there, I think. And we've got, oh boy, that's a thrilling card. Move one guy one space. That's not very exciting at all. 2 units 3. That's maybe just for now we'll move on Fort Niagara. And we're gonna move very good amount of force there to have a battle, and we'll see how this goes. I've got a fair amount. I mean, they're tough but fragile. Oh, I love how the dice take a while to roll. He's probably gonna escape with most of his people there and flee to Buffalo or something like that. Oh, maybe not. Oh, decides to stick it out. All right, well, that's fine by me. That's yeah, there we go. That's all we needed. That is perfect. And let's see if it lets me retreat. Oh, I can retreat. So well, yeah, I'm gonna just, this is so reflective of this kind of of this kind of battle. Actually, it's so funny because this is totally what happened. Just these little almost guerrilla raids across the border to snag a territory here, territory there. Nothing too aggressive or anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So I hope Amherstburg holds, because that could be a bit tricky. As the Americans take more losses as well, it gets harder and harder. You got to march these guys all the way up to the front. You got to use your best movement cards just to get your troops back in the vicinity. So it's kind of interesting that way. Let's see. Oh, all right. Canadian militia, do not flee because General Brock is in town. All right. Well, I can see them massing there at the border. I don't like that at all. I really don't like those guys all just gearing up there. Yeah, I really don't like that. Okay, because I also have to be a little bit wary of lake movement also, because the lake movement can be a bit of a surprise play, and so I don't want to have to deal with that. We're gonna march all in here from yeah, let's do this here, and maybe we can we get. Huh, wonder why those militia, oh sorry, there's no regulars there, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to build up some sort of defense in depth here, but oh geez, I don't know. This is kind of not a lot of forces, to defend, that's for sure. Well, let's get these guys moving. We have plenty of opportunity to reinforce Montreal at a later date, so let's get those guys marching and into battle, and maybe we can take some of those territories there with a lot of regulars. So not a lot of battles. I don't see the need to have massive numbers of battles at this point. I'm just hoping to... Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I'm going to be keeping everyone in the battle, although I could just hit and run. But I'm not going to. It's, yeah, no, everyone's sticking around. Except for the enemy, who runs away. But that's fine, I get Prescott back under my control. And I have something approaching decent strength. The militia are really flaky. On both sides, they're not a great option. They really aren't. They're better than nothing. We'll put it that way. Okay, I've got one enlistment available. I feel the need. Actually, it's probably safe there. I'm probably just going to reinforce Cornwall. And we've got the war cry event again. But I just don't know. I've always tried to do a defense in depth. What do we got here? Oh, truce. Okay. Yeah, the truce cards are really interesting because you have to play them at the right time and make sure you can kind of end the game at a point when it makes sense for you. So what am I going to do here? And truce is actually a pretty powerful card too. You know, you can cover a fair amount of ground. Yeah, I just don't know how aggressive I want to be here. That's only one. It's only one little attack. I really don't know. Attacking Buffalo might not be a bad move if I win. Obviously, it'll be a great move. But I'm really not sure where would be a good spot to attack. Maybe Plattsburgh, I guess. Knowing that we have some reinforcements coming. Yeah, it's really just I could attack in any number of spots, but we'll go here and we'll attack Plattsburgh and see if we can cause a bit of trouble here. Hopefully, oh, geez. Scored a lucky hit. But he's sticking in the battle, and if we do okay here, oh, we got one. And I'm going to keep the natives around. Hold your ground, guys. And, oh, he has the opportunity to move away. But he's not going to, so hopefully we get a... Oh, jeez. Not good. This is pretty incompetent battling here. Okay, we'll just hold our ground. And he misses. One of the fun parts of rolling die for combat is these great results that you sometimes get. Well, at least the natives stick around and claim the victory on that. Plattsburgh is now mine. I'm going to actually just, again, pull back here just to be an opportunity to, that militia may hesitate before advancing. And we get the American regulars. They're going to play their truce, which is interesting. And they're going to go after Fort Niagara in a big way, which is fine. I think you kind of have to take out the power bases. You can see I've got, if I can hit the American regulars. Oh wow, that was a pretty. How did they move that far? That seems a bit exceptional. Okay, so which battle are we doing first here? Interesting. I don't know. Oh, he's still marching. Okay. He got some guys up in reserve. So if you can take out enough of the regulars, they don't march quite as far and as fast. So I'll take a hit each, I guess. And we don't get much to roll with, but oh, all right. Well, 1 and 1. So one of them flees, one of them gets a hit, which doesn't do much, although hopefully some... Yeah, well, at least the cowards ran, which is actually pretty good for us. So that is not bad, because again, it just buys time and moves those troops away from the front. So we get a couple of opportunities here. Oh, yes. One of them runs, but one of them gets an American regular, which is great. So he's probably going to get a hit here. Not much we can do about that, but at least we took one down. And yes, that regular's in prime position to just get smoked. Ah, jeez, this limited movement thing is driving me bananas. I'm going to have to play truce here just to get my guys into position. Okay, so, oh, geez. We've got 3 more regulars there. That is a fairly powerful force. This is going to be interesting. So if I clear up Montreal, how far can they go? Huh, we can make an amazing killer group there, basically. I'm going to advance with everybody except for... yeah, you know what, that's fine. It'll be fine. And let's go get those American regulars there, because that battle could... this could be huge. This could be huge. As long as he doesn't get 3 hits, which he does. Oh, that is not good. Okay, so this could be a very costly battle as it turned out. Not much you can do about that, but let's hope that our guys do as well. Wow, okay. We got our 2 hits, but this could come at a bit of a cost. This is not very good at all. Come on, roll some misses. Jeez. Unbelievable. He's going to escape that one guy. Well, that's fine. Let's get a hit here. Come on. Yes. Well, I took 3 regulars down, but oh, that was at quite the cost. I was not expecting... Oh! Well, battle's not over yet. It's the same fickle die rolls. So another regular goes down, which is great. That's going to be... that's great. Okay, well, very vulnerable in that spot. But anyway, let's... we've one heck of a fighting force here, man. Look at that. I mean, it's almost inefficient because there's just too many regulars there that they can't really be utilized properly. But man, that is a scary force. That is definitely... yeah, we're going to hold our ground here. But that is definitely a force to be reckoned with, even if it can only shoot 2 at a time. It's a pretty crazy force. I'm probably going to have to divide that up because that's not very efficient. Okay, so we've got 2 truce cards down. We got a couple land... There's a 3rd truce. I wonder if we should actually... This could be interesting, actually. Maybe with the... oh, no, I guess we can't... Sorry, we're just looking at the fled units right now. We'll go in 1 into Montreal, I guess, and 1 into York. Okay. So, sorry, now we're going to play the truce. And this is going to be interesting because it puts potentially the game in a position to be won in fairly short order here. As long as we can... I'm going to keep my defense in depth there, but maybe we could advance London, march over there, 2-on-1, maybe a bit of a distraction, and maybe we can go all in on, or reasonably all in. I don't think we need to go all in on Fort Niagara, and let's go reasonably all in on Ogdensburg. And let's just see some territory. If we can get the score up high enough here. Ah, geez, those regulars are good. If we can get the score up high enough and get that last truce played, then now we just need 1 hit here, guys. Come on. There we go. Good. Now, again, we haven't ventured across the border in much strength, but if you look, there's not a heck of a lot of strength surrounding either. So I'm gonna, well, should we go back to Fort George just to defend it, just in case? Probably. Let's do that, just in case. All right, next battle is up here. And again, he gets a shot because it's... Oh, come on! Jeez. He's had exceptional luck this game. We cannot deny that. Oh, and then he runs away. Jeez. Oh, well. Didn't. It was worth a shot. And we'll get Ogdensburg. If we don't, I'll be very, very upset. But they may even just... No, one of them just runs. And really running in this game is about the same as dying, in the sense that they have to... Oh, come on. I hate it when this happens. Jeez. Yep, just hold your course. And he's just going to run. I was just saying that running is just about the same because they have to come running back from a spawn point. So there really isn't an advantage there. You have to play the card that's going... Oh, and truce is down. So we're in sudden death at the moment here. This is interesting. It's kind of... That was good, though. It seems Amherstburg's intimidating enough that doesn't want to try it, which is great. So, yeah, and he's marching up a big force, but that one could be vulnerable too. I've got a lot of regulars in that vicinity. And he's just doing a bunch of reinforcing by the looks of it. So, yeah, perhaps the AI is not... I tried finding the settings for the AI. I assume this is the hard one, or at least the standard one. But it seems like it's maybe not as much of a challenge as I was hoping. Oh, poor guy. Well, at least one of the regulars ran, which is surprising. But that works. Whatever weakens his position. All right, so now I'm amazed Buffalo held. I am absolutely stunned. But that's fine. And what do we want to do here? I think we can kind of dissolve that force. We could also go for Sackett's Harbor. That's another possible spot. Or we can just move out of Montreal. Huh. All quiet on the western front, so I think what makes the most sense here, because I just want to make sure that we're moving the ball forward. We're up 3-0, and so 1 can move 2. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for Sackett's Harbor, because that guy cannot do much. It's an easy, should be an easy kill. And we'll move the ball further down the line there. So easy, 1 battle. And he's probably going to run. Oh, come on. Wow. I will say that the AI makes up for in luck what they miss in strategy. So hopefully we'll get... Oh yeah, good. Totally dominated there. And there's only equal forces around there, so you know, that's good. So we're up 4-0. We're looking for the last truce card, and it's the natives that have it. So, oh, going to attack Cornwall. Interesting. So they've got a fairly substantial force, but it's going to receive some backlash. Oh, yeah, that's too bad. They're moving in there. Yeah, they are moving around a bit here. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. All right, well, we get a first shot. Oh, come on there. Very nice. Very nice. That is good. All right, that's a bit of a... Oh, and he runs! Wow, good job. The natives hold La Colle very well there. That's perfect. Now this is an interesting battle. Hopefully we... Oh, jeez. Well, I guess we can retreat, at least, and get to somewhere where there's at least some help and reinforcements. All right, and they're gonna pile the regulars into the room there. And yeah, that's what I figured. They just push back on that. All right. And they are going. There's the attack on Amherstburg. Interesting. That's not something I wanted to see, actually. So, yeah, that's not good. So they have reclaimed the territory. As I said, that's what this game is about. It's very historically accurate from that point of view. We got a bunch of rolls here. Let's see if we can take some of these guys out. Oh, that's good. We really weakened their force there. Now, we did have a militia run, but we still have that back up there. And we're hold strong with our regulars. And they've got to make something happen here. Oh, and they didn't really. So we've still got 3 regulars rolls, and if I'm not mistaken, it's 5 out of 6 for them to hit. So that is... Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yep, that that locked down Amherstburg. That's for sure. That is perfect. And the siege of La Colle. So what's happening? Oh, okay. So pushing in again here. Oh, my natives there did their job. That is good. And there's only so much they could do. Well, at least it's a very weak force that's there. And the Native Americans are up. And this is... Oh, and the truce card is there. Oh, but they've rebalanced the whole board. Ah, that is a bit frustrating. So I don't really necessarily want to end the game right here, because they have very much... Well, I don't know. I've got a pretty big force at First Nations there. We've definitely got our inroads in Sackett's Harbor and all that. But it's only natives holding Fort George, Fort Erie. I got a fled unit available. Just reinforce Fort George there. So I'm just wondering... We're going to go for broke here. And we're going to attack here, and we're going to attack in Buffalo. And it's kind of... well, I think it might be overkill. And I think we can squeak out a win here. We've got a couple of opportunities to make that happen. So let's see. The truce is down. Misses. Perfect. We've got a good chance here. Oh, yes. Okay, that was a bit nerve-wracking. Oh, boy. That is good. Yeah, I don't think we need to retreat. And I'm pretty sure that's the game here. Just going all in on the truce, and he runs away anyway, giving us Buffalo. And I believe... Oh, we have to go to the end of the turn. That's right. Okay. I knew there was a caveat. Okay, so let's, well, that gives us some good opportunity. We have 4 fled units available. So, yeah, we can reclaim Cornwall and Lacolle at least here. I don't think we need to worry about much on that side. There's still a reasonable force around Amherstburg, but hopefully he's been totally dissuaded. Okay, and we need, is that 2 troops can move 3, 2 troops can move 2. Yeah, that no one's going to take Ogdensburg there. Ogdensburg there, that's absolutely locked down. Okay, so we're going to do, I think we only need 2 spaces for this, so we'll play this one, and we're going to split it up with 3 and 1. Oh, that's, yeah, sorry, 3 and 1 there. And then we'll move the other 2 and 4 into Lacolle and claim that. It's really, I don't know how the Americans could make it into Montreal realistically. They'd have to have really amazing die roll or very incompetent play on the British player's part. It looks great, but yeah, I just don't think it's going to ever happen. So because we're attacking across land with the first shot, and we totally wipe them out. Cornwall is locked down. Perfect. Okay. No problem there. And we've got some pretty substantial, I mean, if the game continued, we'd have some pretty substantial forces here to hold, oh, totally wiped them out. We've got some pretty substantial forces to hold down the territory, especially in the east here around Montreal. Like, good luck breaking in there with your onesies and twosies. So anyway, just a quick overview. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the game, but yeah, they didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure there at any point. In fact, I feel like we were maybe even just getting rolling on the east side of things. We could have definitely rolled into Oswego, maybe Rome, and Plattsburgh again. I mean, obviously there would have been reinforcements from Albany, but anyway, yeah, very interesting game though. I'm just gonna click this and see. Yep, British victory. So we basically kept Canada clear of American interference and took 3 territories. And we won 10 battles, or sorry, the Americans won 10 battles. We won 15, obviously, due to my higher skill level. We defeated 32 units to their 22, and we played a few extra cards, which is great. So anyway, thanks so much for watching if you've made it the whole way here. And for those Canadians out there, happy Canada Day. We can celebrate a British victory here in the War of 1812. And to all our other viewers, happy Canada Day to you as well. We're glad you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and take a moment to comment down below. And we'll see you next time here on Legendary Tactics.